Okay, I'm going to do a real quick tutorial on trade points made out of spoons. All you're really going to need for this is a vise. It's probably the most important thing. Chisel, hammer, files, center punch, something to mark with. And that's about it. So the first thing you want to do is flatten your spoon. Doesn't take much. It takes more to get it real flat without any waves, but that part doesn't matter a whole lot. Alright, now the next thing you want to do is mark the tip of the spoon, which is going to be the tip of your point. And then it's also nice to have 2 points for where your triangle is going to terminate at. And what I do is just simply put 2 of those points flush with the jaws of the vise. Take my chisel, lean it up against the vise, flush. And I go from both sides to get a curl so it doesn't move. And that's it. Do another one. Now you've got a point. Hammer the raggedy edges. Now you have something like this, except I took a file and just sharpened it up a little bit. And the next thing I did is I laid out a marker line where I want my barbs and my tang to start. And I just took a center punch and marked those 2 spots where these lines intersect. And do the same exact thing again with the chisel and the hammer. And go up to your punch point. This is actually a lot quicker and easier than sawing them. if you don't tighten up the vise good enough. And see, this is where you can screw up sometimes. What you want to do is use the back of this vise as the other cutting surface for the file, for the chisel, so that they work like a scissors against each other. If you lay your chisel down too far, it'll smush over. And once it smushes a few times, it's kind of got a memory to it. And you have to do it that way. It's a good thing I screwed up. It shows what can happen. Alright, take a pliers. Just kind of get in there and bend that score out. And then just clean it up with your file. These half rounds get in deeper. These acute angles. Your tang doesn't matter as much as you're going to be wrapping that into your shaft. And then just I have an arrow point. And you can straighten it out a little bit more. Sharpen it up. It takes a little while, too long for me to edit out, but you can sharpen it on a file or on a grinder and use a knife sharpener. It doesn't take much, but there's a trade point. It'll work.